Radio, ESPN2. We are presented by Progressive Insurance. You could be a part of Unsportsmanlike Nation on the Dr. Pepper call-in line at 888-SAY-ESPN, 888-729-3776. ESPN Nation, presented by Dr. Pepper. It's not college football season without the delicious taste of an ice-cold Dr. Pepper. College football, it's a pepper thing. NBA season has officially begun. You heard the game last night on ESPN Radio. OKC over Houston 125-124 in double overtime. The second game, Golden State beats the Lakers 119-109 without the aforementioned, of course, LeBron James. She is Michelle Smallman. He is Chris Canty. I am Evan Cohen. Good morning, everybody. How are we doing today?
Doing pretty good. Doing pretty good, man. Opening night for the NBA. We got a double overtime thriller between the Rockets and OKC, and it was a pretty good ball game. Pretty good ball game. I did not expect that the problem for the Houston Rockets would end up being one Kevin Durant. The guy that was supposed to be the closer for the team was the closer for OKC.
Well, explain that quickly for anybody who didn't see it.
Well, I mean, where do you want to start? The missed free throw at the end of regulation, when he tried to call timeout at the end of the first overtime, and they didn't have any timeouts. Thank God Zach Zarber and the crew didn't see it. Or when he fouled SGA when he was double-teamed, when SGA was double-teamed, and put him on the line with less than 2 seconds to go. I mean, take your pick. Any one of those critical moments. Now, everybody else for the Houston Rockets was great. I mean, Amen Thompson was great until he was out of the game, and then Şengün looked like a first-team All-NBA player. But I never thought that Kevin Durant would be the biggest hurdle to the Rockets having success against the Oklahoma City Thunder on opening night.
Good morning, Smalls.
Good morning.
I'm sorry.
No, it's all good. But in watching that game, don't you kind of feel like the Thunder are going to be right back there again this year?
Yeah, they're that good. They're that good. I mean, you know what SGA is going to do, and you still can't stop it. He's going to dribble to his left, take that little step back, pull up, and you can't stop it. You saw Ime Udoka going crazy because Amen Thompson didn't cut him off and keep him from going left and drive him back to help defense. Like, it was unbelievable watching SGA work. He was just phenomenal. 35-5-5, which is great, but he only had 11 points through the first three quarters. So fourth quarter, the two overtimes, he was 7-14 from the field, 9-12 from the free throw line, combined 24 points.
Yeah, 5 in the first half, right?
Unbelievable. SGA was unbelievable. I mean, he's the reigning MVP for a reason. I know a lot of people don't love his game because of the optics of it. He's been referred to as a free throw merchant, but that dude can hoop.
Oh, yeah.
And it's clear that he is the catalyst for everything that the Oklahoma City Thunder want to do.
But while he was tempered a little bit in the first half, Chet's the one that stepped up. He was unbelievable.
Unreal.
18 of his 28 points in the first half. And I know it's one game, but as the defending reigning champs, they just look like they're going to be right there again this year.
No,
they're so balanced.
It's one game, you're right, Smalls, but you're right to bring up the Chet, and I don't think we should underplay how great of a game that was, how intense it was, how physical it was, how big both teams are, and how teams are now in this league. We have now had a shift. If you can't go big, everyone has played the small ball lineups for the last decade, really. Since Eric Spoelstra decided to make Chris Bosh a center and LeBron a power forward, since that time, everyone has kind of gone their small ball lineups. Now, if you don't have your big 1980s kind of team, 1990s team, you're not going to be able to survive. And it doesn't always mean height, because Lou Dort for the Thunder is like 6'4". But the guy plays like he's 7'4". He's going to beat you up. I mean, he's just so physical. That brand of basketball, for all those people, and I don't want to get on my soapbox more than I already do, but for all those people that are like, oh, I'm turned off by the NBA. They don't play team basketball. They don't play defense. Watch that game last night. Watch how hard those two teams play, how intense that was. And, oh, by the way, that was without the Thunder's second-best player in Jalen Williams. That's without the Rockets' point guard, who they're going to be without all year, in Fred VanVleet. Get a point guard. Go after Derek White.
They have to get a point guard.
Go get Derek White. Not easy to get. That's the guy. Go get Derek White if you're the Rockets from this. You're going to have to offer a lot to the Celtics.
That is a lot.
That's the target.
Expensive. So
that's the target.
What does a trade package for Derek White
Well,
look
I'm
like?
glad you asked. So it needs to be some. You have to be cold. You have to give up Fred VanVleet and say, I'm sorry, you're A-plus character guy. We built this thing initially around you, but you're hurt.
That's the easiest part.
Tari Easton and Reece Shepherd. One or both of them. And then maybe Sam Hauser coming back. I don't know. But the point is that that's the kind of thing that Houston, I left there thinking positive things about Houston. I know, Cece, you left there last night. Not that we were there watching it. You left the Michael Jordan halftime game, the game last night, thinking that they're not as good, but they could be, right? They could be as good. Those two teams played their butts off last night, and that's old school competitive basketball. This is not one of the, Smalls is a diehard baseball fan and did not have a team in St. Louis. It would be easy when she was covering sports on a day-to-day physically in person. It would be easy for you to be turned off by I don't like this style of NBA, or they don't care. They're not putting You watched that last night. You know that they're putting max effort into that. We're poised for a great season, I believe, in the NBA. Now, there was another game last night. The Golden State Warriors beat the LA Lakers 119-109. Luka did have 43, 12 boards, 9 assists for the Lakers. Jimmy Butler had 31, Steph had 23. Jonathan Kuminga, who started last night for the Warriors, 17 points, 9 rebounds, 6 assists. So there was a name I didn't mention. LeBron James obviously did not play last night. And JJ Redick, post-game, head coach of the Lakers, when the Warriors won the game and Jimmy had 31 and Steph had 23, had this to say.
I think it's mostly self-inflicted, and I think if you look at this game, like a microcosm of this game was we did enough good things to put ourselves in a position to win for most of the game, and that when we didn't do those things, they were self-inflicted.
You touched on it.
They were self-inflicted. So that's not being organized in early offense. That's having the wrong guy bring it up. That's we knew they were blitzing and stack. That's supposed to be stack 2. Guy stays. Now there's no outlet for the passer. Those are not sprinting back. We make a run. We got 2 guys back. Buddy Hield gets a wide open 3 for some reason on a full court pass. Those are self-inflicted things. So that's not anything Golden State did to us.
Can there just be a preface of, I know we played 3 Hall of Famers. I know we played Steph, who's the greatest shooter ever. I know we played Jimmy Butler, who's going to be a Hall of Famer, who's taken the team to the finals twice. I know we played Draymond, who is a star in his role, better than anyone maybe in this era of basketball. But I need to focus on ourselves because we hurt ourselves. Was there a preface and I missed it? Are we just going to dismiss the Warriors like that?
That's what it sounds like.
Is that fair?
No, it's not fair. And here's the thing. He said we did it to ourselves. Well, your team keeps doing it. The Golden State Warriors started the second half with a 19-4 run.
Yeah.
Give them some credit.
Well, give them some credit. Steph Curry calls it organized chaos. They end up getting a lot of open threes, a lot of layups at the rim. But this is a problem that the Lakers have been experiencing since JJ has been there. Going back to last season, they've been outscored by 124 points in the third quarter. That ranks 23rd in the NBA. That is amongst the worst teams in basketball, especially when you teams that we consider with a winning record.
Yeah.
So if you're JJ Redick, you keep saying, we did it to ourselves. Yeah, but you're the coach. Either you're coaching it or you're letting it happen. At some point, something about that has to change. But you know what, Ev? Sitting here today, I'm not going to get upset about what I saw as a Lakers fan. You know why?
Why is that? Because
I've resigned myself to the fact that with Luka and LeBron on the same team, the Lakers ain't winning a championship anyway. They're not winning a title. Because the style of play from Luka Doncic dictates a certain type of roster. And the Lakers can't get to that roster without moving on from LeBron James, without the resources that they have tied up in them. Now, I don't anticipate that they're going to move LeBron anytime soon. I think he's going to start and finish this season as a Laker. But I think that puts a cap on what this team can be.
Well, what type of player do you think they should look for to complement Luka in lieu of LeBron?
Well, first of all, you need to have a huge back line of defense because Luka's going to allow a ton of blow-bys. I mean, all you had to do was look at how Jimmy Butler kept putting them in the spin cycle and getting past them, right? Whether it's getting a layup or getting to the free throw line. Jimmy Butler was 16 of 16 from the free throw line last night. And, you know what I'm saying? So Luka Doncic has a little something to do with that in terms of the defense or lack thereof. So I think you start with making sure that you have bigs that can rim protect, that also can rim run on the offensive end, but then also you're going to have guys that can be 3-and-D, knockdown shooters, and I just don't think the Lakers have enough of that on that roster to take advantage of what Luka does and what Luka brings to the table on a night-in, night-out basis. This is not the same type of composition from a team-building standpoint that we saw with the Dallas Mavericks a couple of years ago when they were able to get to the NBA Finals. So it's going to be a work in progress. The Lakers knew that when they made the Luka Doncic trade. I just think that process is going to be a multi-year approach or a multi-year timeline because you have LeBron James in the twilight of his career.
Interestingly enough, in terms of the LeBron part of this, I think that when you look back, this is going to be one of the most interesting years of LeBron's career, because I remember when he left Miami and everybody thought like he just wanted to go home to Cleveland. While that was true, he wanted to win, and he believed that they gave him a better chance to win. Now, why was that? And he's never going to say this out loud, but everybody who knows. Dwayne Wade was a maybe. He didn't know if Dwayne Wade was going to play every night because of the injuries. He may play, he may not play. And that's very tough. You either want a yes or no with things in life.
Yeah.
I think LeBron's going to be a maybe for the Lakers if he's there all year. He may play, he may not play. He may rush back, he may not rush back. No, I'm serious. Like, this is the only time in LeBron's career he's ever been on an expiring contract where he does not have the option of saying, I'm going to play an extra year for this team. I believe LeBron James, more times than not, if he was up to 75% health, that was his clearance of like, all right, I'm good. Now, if he wants to play past this year and he doesn't have a contract for a team that he doesn't think wants him, is he going to rush back? We don't know when he's coming back. He's a maybe for them. And you're saying they need better backline defense. I agree with you. How do you get it? How do you get this? You don't know who you have to trade, who you don't have to trade. You don't know if he's going to be there.
Yeah, but
you don't know if he's going to want to be there.
But you know LeBron James ain't leaving L.A. without having more guarantees into the future.
We can't get them right now.
I understand that. So, I mean,
they're in trouble.
What's the best case scenario for LeBron? You keep saying the Lakers are in trouble. Okay, that's fine. What's LeBron going to do? He's in purgatory with his career.
That's why I think both parties right now are kind of in no man's land. And you're saying they can't win a title with Luka and LeBron. My interpretation of that is they can't win a title with Luka and this version of LeBron, the maybe version of LeBron. If LeBron was signed past this year, do you think they could win a title this year? I know that's an odd way of looking at it, but I think his commitment is different.
No.
Okay.
No,
Same player, same skill set.
He's same skill set. Like I just
plays more games if he's committed past this year.
Well, yeah, but you still got an issue with defense, right? And you got a 41-year-old player out there. LeBron James is not the same guy on the defensive end that he once was. So now, instead of having one liability on the court on the defensive end, you got two. You gonna play 3-on-5 on defense? How does that work?
And that's not to mention Austin Reeves.
Yeah, that's not to mention
exactly Dennis Rodman.
Well, here's the other thing. That's not to mention you can't shoot. The Lakers were 8 of 32 from the three-point line. You can't shoot.
This is going to be a fascinating year for the Lakers because we have never seen LeBron James this scenario.
They're not going to hurt me, Evan. The Lakers can't hurt me.
Well, they can't because you're approaching it this way.
They can't hurt me.
I don't think we're overreacting to any of this. There may be some things in the NFL, though, that we are overreacting to. Smalls has overreactions coming up after CeCe wants to give his Lakers a 5-hour energy.